And guys, speaking of huge, that was some great football talk we had here, but we need to address something here at the breakfast table. It's important. We need to address as it pertains to the Tampa Bay Bucs. We have a Nick Carter issue, all right? we have to resolve this. Okay, we have a Nick Carter, that Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. Before you get into it, hold on. This goes back a few weeks. Tampa starts winning. That Nick Carter, the Dreamboat one from the Backstreet Boys, tweets at the show and says, hey, how about those Bucs? Can I come on? And we're like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, Backstreet had their thing back in the day. Well, guess what? Backstreet's back. And another tweet has come from Nick Carter. This one's got a little attitude on it. Okay, we had to blur it out. Tampa Bay Buccaneers win again. GMFB, that's us. You really have to recognize my city and team now. Now watch this. Haters, stay off our wagon. I mean, is that Backstreet Boys or Boys in the Hood? That is some talk right there,
so
guys.
That's Nick Carter, the lead singer of the
That is Nick Carter, yes. Now listen, Nick, we're not trying to show you the meaning of being lonely. We're truly not. And I know you want it that way, but not yet. Not yet. And let me tell you why. In fact, let me tell you why. In fact, your guys are getting hot. They're getting really hot. I mean, they're 98 degrees. They've blown by LFO and B2K and Color Me Bad, but you gotta beat Dallas, okay? You beat Dallas, that makes you larger than life, all right? You come on the show, you can come on the opening segment. I'm not playing games with your heart. I really mean it. You beat Dallas, that's the biggest win of the millennium for you guys. You can come right here, Nick. That resolves the issue. Thank you for watching the show, my friend.
Well done.
Nick Carter.
Well done.
Are we talking about who has the edge in this game before we move on?
I think it's
we're all talking
by
about
a
the
landslide.
Bucs.
No,
I would think so too. My goodness.
Cowboys back at home.
We haven't talked about the Cowboys, and that's the thing that I think is.
Are we favoring the Bucs, guys?
I just think the Bucs are playing at this do or die game. You can't favor them, but with the Bucs 5 straight and being irrelevant for so long, this to me feels like all of their chips are in the table. Now, I'm not doubting that the Cowboys are going to bring it, but I also know that the Cowboys, they can lose a game or two and still be maybe all right. Like the Giants swept them, now suddenly that's a divisional race. But for the Bucs, knowing that the Falcons are playing a bad 49ers team this weekend and have other games that they can win, I just feel like the Buccaneers are all in, and the Cowboys, this is a game. This is an important game. But the Buccaneers, this is the game.
Isn't it funny a couple weeks ago, we were like, should the Cowboys rest their starters down the stretch? I mean, look, they lose this game, they're not resting anybody.
Right.
And what if they lose this game? What if Dak doesn't play well in this game? Then we got something. I know Canty is going to talk about that coming up, but this is massive, and absolutely the Bucs should take them out.
Well, if the Cowboys do win the game, they can clinch the NFC East with a win, and if the Giants lose, so let's move on and talk about that other game.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
That'll be a big deciding factor here. It is the Giants, it is the Lions, and it's all going to help determine that NFC wild card. Both teams coming off close wins, the Lions with another close win yet again. And I was surprised in the meeting this morning when we usually sort of agree on a lot of things, and Peter and Nate said that the Lions have a real chance to beat the Giants on the road in New York.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you look at the Giants and them coming off this big win. The question is, how will they respond? Just like we're talking about the Cowboys, how they respond from this defeat, how they respond from getting this victory. And the Lion team coming in, playing very well. And yes, we're talking about all these fantastic comebacks in the fourth quarter, but this is a good team. And what do the Giants rely on? They're not relying on the running game. For me, it's that one big play. And who's going to give them that play? Odell. And you look on the other side, who's going to be guarding Odell? Darius Slay.
Big game.
And big game Slay, big play Slay. We've been seeing him make plays all year. I'm going to name some of the number one guys that he's faced recently. Brandon Cooks, 7 for 73. Allen Robinson, 3 receptions, 18 yards, 1 TD, though. Stephon Diggs, 13 catches. That's a lot of catches. Only 80 yards. DeAndre Hopkins, 4 for 44. So if you're going to line up Darius Slay, who was a big-time DB, who was a ball hawk within the air, physical at the line of scrimmage, can make plays, you line him up against Odell and say, allow Sterling Shepard. Victor Cruz who's not getting the ball. Ty, all these other pieces, maybe your running game, lean on that. You try to beat us with that. If they can't do that, then yes, I say the Lions win this game.
Okay, I fly a lot on these weekends, and I always see someone in shape, looking good on the flight, eating that Greek yogurt, right? And I think, Greek yogurt? Like, I would never try that. What is that? Greek yogurt. And at every flight, Greek yogurt, Greek yogurt, Greek yogurt. Finally, I tried the Greek yogurt, and I'm like, it's better than regular yogurt. It's pretty good. That's what the Lions are right now. They play all these games, and they win, and they win, and they win, and you resist. You find a reason. You're like, yeah, that can't be good. They can't be good. They can't be good. Yet they win, and they win, and they win. You say, well, they only beat the Bears by 3. Yeah, but they also beat the Vikings. And
they were trailing the Bears for most of that
That's
game.
how they like it. They're Greek yogurt. They're not going to blow you away. And then once you finally try it and embrace the Greek yogurt, you realize, wait a second, I am a Greek yogurt guy, and that's what I am with the Lions. I resisted. I resisted when they beat the Redskins. I resisted when they beat the Eagles. I resisted when they beat the Rams because they didn't do it pretty. It's hideous. But yet Matthew Stafford finds a way. So there's no reason that team can't go into MetLife Stadium, be down by 3 with 2 minutes left, and break the hearts of the Giants. They are the Greek yogurt, and they win these games, even though for weeks and weeks and weeks you've resisted.
They went into New Orleans, and that was a tough place.
You guys like the Lions? We like the Giants.
We do. We almost got ourselves a tag team. Everybody hit the lights. This is Slay Adams, and I'm Vile Brants. Let's get into the ring. It's scheduled for one
Here we go.
Go get him. This is the Bret the Hitman Hart right here.
I happen to like
Get in there.
The Giants, they've won 7 of the last 8 games. You mentioned the run game. Yeah, they're 31st. They've got the 31st ranked run game. But guess what? In 2011, they were 32 out of 32, and they won the Super Bowl. You mentioned Odell Beckham Jr. He's good for one huge play that will seal the deal and win a game. I dare your Lions to come waltzing into the weather.
Yeah, tag me in.
54-degree polar vortex. Ever been a polar vortex? Nate?
I don't even know what a
They live in Detroit.
I've been talking to you guys talking about the Lions for months now. You guys are in love with the Lions. You know what else has been going on for months? The Lions have been playing in 72 degrees and domes. They have not played an outdoor game since October 2nd.
What?
And now your boy Matty Staff has got a little owie on that middle finger.
True.
You see what happened to Derek Carr with his owie? That was on the pinky. Burleson had a football out here demonstrating like he was Jordan Metzel with his pinky. Now we got a middle finger, and guess who they're going up? They're going against that same Giants D that just wrecked the Cowboys. You guys want to go with your Greek yogurt, whatever you want to do. Stafford's about to go out and say, get back in there, man. Get in there.
Let's talk about, what should we talk about here?
Anything. Hit 'em. Top ropes.
We
Get me
talked
back
about their
in.
momentum. Name a playoff team that they've beaten.
The Redskins are a playoff contender.
0. They've beaten no playoff teams. So these cute, close, like give me a heart attack wins that they're doing aren't going to happen against the Giants. And let's talk about that defense. You're so hype about Landon Collins. I'm so hype about the defense that is ranked #1 since week 7. We've had enough of the Lions talk out of you two.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and they're not just playing against Eli now, the Lions. Every single week they're playing against Aaron Rodgers. They're playing against Aaron Rodgers in their head. And listen, Peter, I've been sitting across from you, 4 months now? I know your luck. I know you know that Aaron Rodgers is going to run down those Lions. I know you do, Peter. Don't lie to me across this table. They're playing Rodgers this weekend and the next weekend, and they're going to lose.
Around September.
It's going to be such a good game.
Nate Burleson and I got a nice little condominium. It was a timeshare, really. But we bought an island in what we call the Detroit Lions.
Oh,
we were the only ones on it. And now the national media, I see guys on ESPN in like late November like,
rowing their boat trying to get on this island.
Should Matt Stafford be in the MVP conversation? It's like, yes, we've been saying that since September. Nate Burleson and I have been on this Lions boat all along, and we've got this nice piece of property, and now it's appreciating in value. But it's almost to the point where the bandwagon is too full. But we can't get off now.
Right. No haters on the wagon.
No haters on the wagon, Nick Carter. Nate.
Let me I sit here and want to talk about what the polar what? What did you say?
Polar
vortex. Have you ever been in Detroit polar winter? I spent 4 years in Detroit. They don't call it the dirty deep for nothing. I'm talking about weather so cold that it touched your bones, and we had to play in that weather. When it was cold and we had to go on the road to play somewhere in the cold, they let the doors up. We felt that wind. We felt that snow. We felt that temperature. Ain't nothing going to change. Now listen, I'm not knocking the Giants. We're not writing against the Giants. All we're saying is don't write off the Lions. This is a legitimate team. You've seen what happened when they're in the fourth quarter. But even more important, you've seen what happened when they get a lead. You saw what happened in New Orleans up against Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
In New Orleans.
They went up there and said, let me put this on the metal. Let me keep going. Let me keep going.
Defense since week 7, and they have Odell Beckham Jr.
What's going to happen? I'm a huge Odell fan. But what's going to happen when Darius Slay locks up Odell and the Giants are looking for that one big play in the third and fourth quarter and they don't get it?
What happens when they always try to get on
Odell? If Odell didn't catch that,
single-handedly win it in December, one of his best months ever.
If Odell didn't catch that slant, they wouldn't have won the game against the Cowboys.
But he
You're gonna
did.
bet
He
against
always
him
so what?
catching
The
that
slants, the
slant?
best play in football.
He does always
I'll make
catch
the
it.
point for you.
He's
guys.
one of the
I'll
best
make
at
the
it.
point. Stafford's banged up. His finger is messed up. At least the Lions have that old throwback running game. They can just go north and south.
Oh,
pound out
don't
150
joke.
yards. They can lean on the
being
running.
funny. You're
You
being
guys
funny.
got that one. I get. I can see that one too. Great running
This
game.
is going to be
I'm
a
sure
great
they'll get that,
game.
right?
That's all we want. Literally, I said the word tag team in the
His
morning
eyes lit
meeting.
up.
I'm dropping the big leg
He's
on
like,
the table.
hey, this is what we got to do. All right, it'll be a great game. We're going to have Chris
gonna be a good
Canty in here with his three-point stance. We gave him 3 NFL topics, and he'll give us what he thinks. We'll, of course, talk about those Dallas Cowboys. When is the right time to bring Romo
Oh, you're
back?
going there, Canty.
Listen,
Yeah.
Jerry
Romo?
Jones is not ruling it out, is he?
But all 4 of us together beat Canty on Friday.